Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, the Morgue VOX versus SLY, and it is Speed Racer. We are right back at it. This is one of the best events that's out there. I did want to start a little bit early tonight, get everybody in, get them into the flow. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to go over PCP points. All I know is that Monday nights, Wednesday night, it sure is good to do Faction Wars. With that being said, I did a survey and still waiting on a few of them to come in. I know a few people had some things going on, but probably got about 85% of the ones I sent out in so far. And I got to tell you guys, I am just super elated about the feedback we got. Some of it was ranking. Some people gave a little extra color to it and said, well, this is why this event, this is why another event. But I got to tell you, this is probably my favorite event, this and the Max Awards. And Faction Wars overwhelmingly is your favorite event. It's what we do on Monday night. It's what we do Wednesday night. I love it. I want to thank you guys. Some things are moving up the ranks. We had a great pet battle tournament. I'm going to talk about that a little bit, some of the what we're going to do with that going forward. And, you know, one reason why we do this, because a lot of people just love Play Dead Live, and they'll say all the events. And what's cool is I like to hear the individual feedback, because if people say, I just love everything, and I appreciate that, it's the small details that make such a big difference. It's, you know, castle raids. It is the portal. It is swarm raids. There's just a whole lot of things, you know, box events. You guys love the box events. You love when there's new items. Well, tonight there's new items. There's going to be new items in the bundle. So, again, thank you guys for doing that. And it was no rush. Get it to me whenever you can get it. But it was just great to see some of the feedback and you know, and get all your opinions in there. So we got Deadly Dimes. Good luck, Sly. Good luck, Vox. Let's get it. Going to be a lot of fun. We got two teams hungry for a victory tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit. So let me go over just a couple things. I don't want to make this like a super long rules committee event, but I want to talk about a couple things in particular. I'll start with Gamma Globs. So Gamma Globs last week, and this is something that has not been played in a long time. So that is upheld. There is no, when Gamma Globs first came out, it was kind of meant to go with the Healing Wave and with the Minister. Somewhere along the way that got played. It hasn't been played a lot. It did change. Could have been one of those things that got lost in translation. Somebody played it. We updated the description on it. That is going to happen from time to time. So the way it was played last week is correct. You can attach a Gamma Glob to a shot, and you can fire that. Now, there's a lot of other ways to do that, but it is a Healing Wave 10. So if you do put it on standard ammo and fire it, you absolutely can get a heal out of Gamma Globs. But adding it to Regis and using it as a solo pet attack is much stronger, because if you use it on the standard ammo, it can be psychoed, it can be prevented. So that's one of the differences. But it is there, you know, in case you want to fire it. So I want to make sure that's clear. A couple other things I want to talk about. I did talk about new XP awards and how that's going to go. So we're not stopping the faction perks and the guild perks. We're just pausing it to do something a little bit better, to incorporate it into the portal and the guild, and you'll see more to come on that. But we're going to do things that are going to give you guys more guild experience and ways to do that. Same thing with the swarm raids, where your RSSs, your resources, can be converted into guild XP. So some cool things coming with that. Pet rankings. So a question came up with pet rankings. So let me kind of go over that just really quickly. When we do the first couple matches, we're basing it on the first tournament we did, the practice tournament we did, and the goal is to finish in the ranking. So if we pay out 3, top 3 is what's ranked. The other rankings are not. So you're either first, second, third, or unranked. The last one we did, you're first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, or unranked. So it all counts as unranking. And that's what we have to use for seedings for future tournaments. So the more you participate, the more you get in, the more you finish in the rankings, you will be rated up there. But if we pay 7 and you're number 10, there is no difference between 10 and last. So it counts as an unranked. So there'll be more to come with pet rankings and also overall player rankings as well. So we got another pet tournament coming up. I had a blast with that. Those of you that did not, like the people that were playing were just imploring. They were like, Kills, this is so much fun. We're going to go back to our faction. If you missed out on it, the thing I'm going to tell you guys, get involved in it. It's a lot of fun. Some of these bundles, especially tonight, are going to have those items. If you decide not to play in pet battles, I'm going to tell you that some of the items will be for sale on the auction house. So keep your pet stuff, your pet juice, your pet paste, because there's going to be some hardcore pet battle participants that are going to be trying to accumulate more of that to stock it up, because the further you go in those tournaments, the more you're going to need with that. And you guys want one more bit of good news here. So one more thing, and I've decided on this, so this is something I want you guys to pay attention to. The playoffs are coming up in about a month. 2 teams will have home field advantage. So obviously the number 1 and number 2 teams will have home field advantage. I am going to allow the team with home field advantage to pick your match type, okay? You'll be able to pick your match type with the exception of Red Wedding. We're not going to use Red Wedding because it does give you a legendary advantage, which is a little too powerful. Other than Red Wedding, you'll be able to pick Smoke, Boss's Day Off, Double Wicked Walls, Speed Racer. So that'll give you the advantage where you can pick what type of match is played at your home field, okay? So something we're going to do different for the big dance this time, so give you guys a little bit more incentive to play during the regular season and not just kind of, hey, you know, we'll play, but we'll see what happens and then go into the tournament. All right, a lot of big news, and real quick, I will be sharing a link with, I don't want everybody to get in and start fishing every day, but those of you either patrons got it first. How many people had a chance to test the fishing game at this point? A few people messaged me and said, I caught a fish. So if you had a chance to test it, I sent that exclusively to the patrons because I promised them that I would. And then we'll get another test out to a couple other players as well. So it's pretty cool. So don't feel left out yet. It doesn't mean you're not special. You are. But sometimes I got to give things to other people differently. So when I make a promise like that for the patrons, and I told them a while back, like, hey, I'm going to let you guys test it first, and then, we'll break it down and get different people testing in different groups. It's always hard. You want to do the exact same thing for everybody, but then sometimes you got to have some small differentiations. All right, I saw Dal super chatting and a couple other super chats. Let's get down to business. I'm going to have a lot of fun with you guys tonight. So if you guys are in a shitty mood, leave. If you guys are in a good mood, give me a 999 and let me know you're here to have some fun, because tonight we are just going to be loose. We're going to have some fun. We're not going to have no grumpiness. It is going to be play. Have a good time. Let it all hang out. And that's the way we do it. We're going to start doing a lot more of that. All right. So let me take you down to the player control points. Check this out. You know what? I got to show you guys the standings first. Here we go. Let's go to standings first. Here's one of the reasons why I'm excited. When these standings are close, it brings out the creativity and the fire in everybody. I'm going to tell you guys, a couple weeks ago, VOX had like 3 wins. And VOX has been the hottest team in the league over the last month. Write it down. Look at VOX. VOX is 6-9. Looked like they were out of it, and all of a sudden they've beaten every team the last few weeks. 6-9. If VOX wins tonight, they'll leapfrog over ARC, and they'll be 7-9. ARC is 6-8. ARC plays Wednesday night. SLY 8-6. If SLY wins tonight, SLY will be tied with Mir at 9-6. So you can see SLY can either go to first or VOX can jump up. And we got Mir at 9-6. Mirror, the only team in the league with a positive point differential. And it is positive by a lot. 3,000. So other people are going to have to up their game. All right, we're showing you a little bit more of the schedule tonight. You can see we got VOX and SLY Speed Racer. Wednesday, we got Mirror and Arc Speed Racer. Next week, SLY goes to Mirror. No bosses, no bots. It's going to be a bloodfest. And then VOX goes to Arc. VOX has been winning on the road. VOX like, when can we get back to the Vatican? VOX going to Arc. Bosses day off. VOX and Arc, no bosses. And you can see the following week, look what we got. We got another round of red weddings. That's going to be SLY versus Arc red wedding. And then we'll have, not sure where the next game is at, but I'll let you guys know on Wednesday night. So it will be VOX and Mirror, but I'm not sure who has home field for that February 22nd match. So you'll find out that Wednesday night. So red wedding, everybody. More legendaries to come. All right, really quick. PCP points. Again, look, we got Marshall Moonshot up there, 10 gold bars. However, people are starting to catch up. Look at that tie for second place. Samurai, Dimes, Kel, and I want to bring special attention to somebody that was not on the leaderboard that's now tied for second, the Deacon. The Deacon, once again, came out of nowhere and has 6 gold bars. Julia's on that list as well. Take you over to this. You know, Crimson Tide is like the Ray Lewis of DZ. Like one of the best defenders ever. It is an art form. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying it is an art form to be able to control a zone like that. Look at the difference. 1250. And then you got Cat, who will be playing tonight at 1,000. Dow, and then a whole lot of people way, way down on the list. That is domination. That is probably as dominating as any category except the ruffled feathers. If there is ever an indication that you upgrade your items and stay on top of it, Dow with 7 ruffled feathers compared to 2. That is a lot of killing blows. So if you don't think gear makes a difference or upgrades makes a big difference, I'm just telling you, it's no fluke that he has 7 ruffled feathers. That is damage. And I was talking to someone today, and we're just randomly talking, and they said, you know, there's some things you got to prepare for in life, and Dow's Cosmic is one of those. And I was like, you know, you guys see it. You can make your own assumption, but there's teams out there that have to prepare for certain things. And obviously you can see ruffled feather is one of those things. So great categories, top 3. Take a look at the rover. Father Ron, 13 rovers. So controlling the tires. And you got Julia there. You got a few other players that are 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Go down to Cannonball. Justice controlling the cannonballs. Like Dimes was last season. Jim's still in the running. She has 8. Justice with 11. And you can see a few other players on the list. And take it down to the Temple. And that's kind of a 2-person show too. Justice and B-Dub going after those gold orbs, trying to occupy. So that is the PCP standings. I love the PCP standings. We have a lot of fun. Busy and I are already on the works of the next battleground. We know what it is. We know some of the new features, and there will be new PCP points that will be exclusive to the next battleground that we're working on. It's probably going to come out in April. We're looking like April for the end of the tournament. We only got about like 6 more games per team. I mean, we are rolling through this, so April we're looking like a brand new battleground. It's going to be a lot of fun, new PCP points and some new abilities to your favorite event, which is Faction Wars. All right, I'm going to take you guys up to tonight's, you know what? You guys are going to give me some 999 emojis. Give me some 999 emojis. You want to see it, because I got some things in here. The more hype we have, you never know, the bundle might be better. There, all right, that's making me feel. All right, there we go. All right, get those 999s up there. Here we go. I'm going to take you to tonight's epic war bundle. Great items by request, good replenishment, and some things you guys have never seen before. All right, take you up top. Look how good up top is. ASC Iron, Chill and Thrill. We know how good that can be and why. Absorption. I think Absorption is the best potion in the game. You guys absolutely rock this, and you need it. You request it. I'm putting it in the silver bundle. 5 post-battle pet revives. Hexite, Dyneema, one of each of your waxes. Look at look at all these new things we rolled out last week. I mean, Cursed Red, but then we got the Krampus Ruby, brand new Ravage Glyph. Look at the damage on that Ravage Glyph if you like damage. Combat Orbs, Frantic 5, Red Summon Skin, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8. Because people are loving the pet battles, then I'm going to put 2 Pet Battle Juice, and I'm going to put 2 Pet Battle Paste. That's right. That's 4 items right there. I'm going to give you 2 Juice, 2 Paste, and keep stocking them because you need these things to be a top-tier Pet Battle Pro. Take you over to the gold. Cursed Blue, Krampus Sapphire, brand new Secure Glyph we rolled out last week. Thrill Smoke, Lethal Arrows, Onyx Skins, top skin by request, obviously. We've got gold weapon skin, Seal Smoke, standard ammo. We've got Glyph of Carve, brand new. If you like AP, I don't know you guys ever seen this before, right? This is new. Today, AP 8. Sever was 3. You know what? I saw the Sever, and I said, why don't we just draw another 3 beside a 3, and let's make it AP 8. So there you go, brand new glyph. And also, this probably could be a bonus in and of itself. How about 100 loaders for you guys as a bonus? I'm going to put a loader pack in here just to keep you guys from having to buy a loader pack. It is in tonight's bundle. So look at the bonuses you're getting. Take you up to green. Energy, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Healing Whiskey, Toxic Rain by request, Madness by request, Heal Smoke by request. Yes, I'm giving you Res and Restore because Res and Restore are hard to come by. So you got 1 Res and Restore in there. You die a lot on Friday nights. What can I say? Spray, there's your AP ammo. Take you up top. Gold Summon Skins, Mythic Summon Skins, and we just rolled it out today. This, everybody, is the brand new double whammo. And look at the damage. It is double. There is 1 of those tonight. Only 1. This does not come in a set of 2. You're getting it as the special bonus. Save that bullet for something super, super important. It is a double whammo, damage 100, and it scales. So this hits like a truck. Going to be a lot of damage. And that's right. Now I have to explain to y'all what this bad boy does. Okay. First of all, I know you guys are looking at it. I know you're like, you know what? That's a lot of health. It is a lot of health because there's a lot of high-powered weapons out there. H800. But don't sleep on the damage. 500 damage. You also get 170 base, 140 AP. Brand new ability, and this can be a game changer if you are a talented player, okay? You got to know when to use this. This is Dodge 10. It is an ability for your gear. It is like Ignite. It is like Echo. It is like Rampage, but it is a defensive mechanism. First time we've really added something like this on gear. Long, long time ago, we had something similar, but let me tell you how this works, and you can figure out when and where to play it. When you activate it on your turn, it's not a DI, you basically get a 2-turn, 10% damage mitigation. So that means for 2 turns after you activate it, anybody that hits you, any pet that hits you, anything that hits you, you get a 10% damage mitigation. That can be huge. For 2 turns. Maybe activate it at the beginning, maybe activate it in a portal, maybe activate it at the end of a game, whatever. But you get 2 turns of damage mitigation. So if 4 or 5 people like to hit you, then it does not stack. It is only for you. You play it on yourself. You can't play it on your pet. Can't play it on your teammate. If I'm playing and I'm like, okay, I want to live a little longer, I might start out the game and say, all right, kills, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to dodge. And then now, round 1, round 2, all of y'all that are hitting me, you're going to hit me for 10% less. Very, very strong defensive technique. All right, that is tonight's bundle, everybody. New abilities, new items, a whole lot of stuff in here. Kel, we got a lot of people picking up tonight's bundle, so it may take her a little while to type it, like 20-something people. So you guys are absolutely crushing it. And again, I want to thank all of you guys for all you do. Whether it's playing the game, whether it's sending me ideas and suggestions, whether it's showing up and cheering on people, um, whether it's testing on the portal, rocking the gear, using the items, embracing the matches, loving the maps, playing Battle Royale, getting involved in the pet tournaments, being crazy on Friday night. There's nothing like our group, our community. And, I know there's a few people that are going to be meeting up for a little bit this weekend. So, again, it's not the first time. So, these are real life relationships and a real life game with a fantasy flair to it. So, just wild, wild stuff when I see, what all of you guys do. So, super, super excited. Have all of you guys in our community and everything that you guys do. There you go. See Craven, Trigger, Dow, B-Dub, Crimson, Justice, Pope, Flyrod, Bones, Valar, Cat, Jules, Samurai, Dimes, Diana C, Jim, Animal, Moonshot, Football, Father Ron, Busy, and Kel. That is jam-packed full of players, loving the new gear and loving the new defense mechanism. So, all right, you know what? It is, it's about that time. It's about 8:30, the time that we start. So here's what we do. This game is a speed racer, which means all players have 20 seconds to get their moves in. If you don't get it 20 seconds, it's okay. But if you do, you get an extra 10 points. And that adds up by the end of the game. Could be an extra 50, could be an extra 100. Who knows what the difference between you and them is? All right, so without further ado, there are 8 people starting tonight. And that's right, Trigger. It is date night, baby. It is VOX. It is SLY. It is the ultimate date night. It is how we do it. And let me start with pre-match buffs. I see J-Law, Ron, Cat, Justice, Crimson, Bones, Craven, and Dimes. That's who I want to give me your pre-match buffs. I see 8 people. 8 people only right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3 more. Give me those 3, and I'm going to take you guys down to the Paradise City. I see Ron. I see Dimes. And I see the Priestess in the house. Here we go, everybody. Have a good time. And I'm going to take you down to the SLY Swamp, as Ocean Man likes to call it. The Swamp Things. Is anybody going to turn into a Swamp Thing tonight? We'll find out. Here you go. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows in the order. Starting out in the tank position, going first. Oh, brother. We kind of know what that means. So when Craven goes first, we'll see. But he's going first. So Craven in the tank zone, also the captain. Across from Craven Light in the bomber zone is J-Law the Wall. J-Law in the bomber zone. Let's skip it over to Bomber Bones, who's going second. Bones will be followed by Justice. Justice followed by Deadly Dimes. Deadly Dimes followed by Cat. Cat followed by Crimson. Crimson followed by Ron. Again, Craven, J-Law, Bones, Justice, Dimes, Cat, Crimson, and Ron. Good luck to all players tonight. And we got some people watching. Look at that. Ready for some entertainment. Here we go. Craven Light. Don't go until I say go. Go. Timer started now. He's got 20. Like I might have thrown him off. Let's see. J-Law in the dungeon. All right. I'm going to try to speed it up because he's taking player number 1 in the dungeon. And Ron, that could affect some things. All right. Here we go. J-Law and Craven Light. Give me a 999 if you're ready for the maze. All you got to do is give me a 4-digit code. She's ready. Craven might have met his match this time around. All I need is 4 digits once you're ready. All right, here we go. Torment Maze. Get your way from left to right. Find your way through it. First person that gets it will. Let's put them up here. We'll get a buff, and you're starting right Now, all right, take a quick look. This one is difficult. Not going to lie to y'all. This is a toughie. Toughie. Ugh. Who is going to get through the maze first? Oh, I got J-Law, the speedster, putting it on Craven Light. 4397. It is 4397. And how about J-Law the Wall getting the mind? All she's got to do is win one of two. Let's go down to, oh, not that one. Craven Light. Let's see. All right, there we go. There we go. Sorry. All right, I got J-Law over here. I got Craven over here. I got both with absorption. And J-Law. Craven's going to go first. But you get to pick a ward. Take you back up here to the maze. A ward, a seal, or a pet repel. All right, J-Law is going to pick ward. All right, it is first turn. Both players, first turn absorption. Craven Light, your move first. And again, J-Law has the mind. She's trying to at least win one of two. Craven Light has to win two of two. All right, going to steal her Psycho. Craven's going to play a red Diddy. All right, I'm going to give you a Ellie, which is going to be your Diddy this time. So let's let that be a symbol. And Craven is going to go standard ammo, red gel from Law Dog with Mind Melt. Also going to play Seal and Absorption. Seal Smoke. Craven has a gear absorption. He's going to play a second absorption, which you'll stack on top of that. It hits. Okay, no juice on it. Law Dog, a lot of damage. J-Law, absorption is going to absorb some of that attack. She is going to take a little bit of it. It is going to be a little bit of carryover because of the damage. She has good gear still. Going to drop her down one rung. And it's going to take her from 100% because of the absorption and no juice on it. Going to take her down to 97%. So Craven, in essence, able to deal 23%. 3% gets through. All right, let's go to second half round number one. J-Law, it's your move. We're still in round number one. Craven has absorption for his gear, and now he has a double absorption. 40-point absorption. One of them will wear off in the second round, though. All right. She is going to release Ward. And she's going to play a red ditty of her own. Double red ditties. And she's going to play a seal. And another absorption. Going to hinder Craven Light. And she's going to go Trixie to Craven Light and his pet. All right, so Trixie is going to hit Craven Light. And that means he's going to deal, Diddy is going to retaliate. Diddy is going to die. Craven Light is going to lose one of his absorptions. And J-Law is going to lose her absorption and another 10 from Diddy. When Craven is attacked, Diddy resolves. Trixie will kill Bo, take away one of his absorptions, and then the damage from Diddy is going to go back over to J-Law and get rid of her absorption. And Craven is gold sparked. And J-Law is down one more rung because of the damage from Red Diddy. And that's going to take her down to 77. All right, so she's been hit twice. She's at 77 after the rack. Craven Light, your final move. You are gold sparked. You're dealing less damage. You do still have the high ground. You've yet to take any damage. J-Law with the mind, trying to get one of two. Craven Light's final move, and then we'll have J-Law's final move. All right. Going for a big shot here. Vines would resolve first. Then a double mythic Blaine. And then he's going to use a double whammo. He's like, I'm using it now. S6 double whammo. First time we've seen it. Not holding back. So we'd have Vines. Blue Spark getting back to normal. Vines Blaine, and then the shot. She does have a seal. She does have a pet. All right. There is going to be an action. All right. She's going to prevent the vines. Using the prevention to prevent the vines, Craven. So that means double Mythic Blaine is going to be first to hit. Double Mythic Blaine is going to break the seal. Now we got a big attack coming through. Craven Light using the Law Dog double whammo S6 to get his attack through. And it'll be a big attack. All right. With the buff from the double whammo, it's going to take J-Law from 77%. 40% shot, it's going to take J-Law down to 37%. Red Diddy is going to resolve and is going to break Craven Light's seal, or going to first break his absorption. And it is Red Diddy. So just like the carryover damage from Craven Light, the carryover damage, or J-Law carryover damage is going to break his seal. All right, J-Law, you got one turn left. You got the mind. Craven Light dominating the body at this point. He's at 100%, and he has the high ground. Vines, Red Paw, M7 Spruce. Vines, going to take Craven Light down a rung. Going to take him down to 90. Red Paw, double strike. Takes him to the rack. Going to take him down to Red Paw, doing very little damage. First Red Paw, going to take him from 90 down to 88. But he hits the rack. It's going to take him down to 78. Second Red Paw, going to take him down to 76. But it's going to put him on the same level as J-Law. M7 Spruce is going to hit, and it's going to take him to the spike. And that is going to take him down to 56%. But J-Law winning the soul by one level. J-Law winning the mind. Craven winning the body. J-Law winning the soul. One additional attack gets through. Good match. Good match, both players. Well done. Well thought out. And we'll take you back to the main map. J-Law with early victory. 200 points for SLY. All right, we are going to skip. I'm going to give you guys a second to think about it. Craven pulled J-Law in before J-Law got a chance to go. So J-Law will be back next round. She didn't get her initial turn. Yeah. Ron, you see where the skull's at, don't you? I know, but look, Ron, it's up there, right? It's up there on the board. Don't be petty tonight. All right. So we got Craven, then J-Law, and then we're going to kick it over to Bomber Bones. You got 20 seconds. I ain't going to be dealing with no 100 challenges tonight, Ron. All right, that's a quick move. All right, easily done. Let's give Bomber Bones the timer bonus. Going to go Fever Ring to Cat. So, Cat, you are not playing anything, any dousing, any blue, any of those things. So you can only play red stuff. So I'm going to give you a little fire. She's also going to go Slush Wand. Justice, you got the Slush Wand on you, so if you become a captain, I'm going to cut that 50%. Hold up, Justice. Hold up. Justice trying to go fast. All right, Slush Wand on Justice. Going to go Boss to Main Street. Let me get this turn resolved. Bones playing Boss in 1. We'll cap in 3. Pet Repel and Absorption. Flame Grenade to Straw Man, and going to hinder Justice, give Justice that -1. And they're going to red-blue. So, Bones, they're using their first blue to keep you away from the Straw Man. And that's going to take away the first absorption. So, she had a gear absorption. She played another one. Fever Ring is good. Slush Wand is good on Justice. Boss to Main Street, good. Pet Repel absorption, one of them's gone. Flame Grenade is stopped. And we got a hinder. All right. All good stuff. Justice, you're on the clock starting now, 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. And Ron, your substitution pattern does not have to change. As I said, J-Law will come out in round 2. Justice going to head over to the temple steps. Boss to their chest. Justice playing Boss in 1 with cap in 3. Seal and a Cadet to the Flames. Give him a Seal. Cadet to the Flames. It's going to open up the temple gateway there. All right, Stairs, Boss, Seal, and a Cadet. All good. Let's go over to Deadly Dimes. Deadly Dimes, 20 seconds, starting now. Easily beats the timer. She's going to start out jumping into Range Rover. All right, Dimes into Range Rover. Let's give her 25 points. And the first tire of the game, Team SLY. And I did not announce this in the beginning. Let me let you guys know now. Craven and Ron, obviously the captains, they have the lightning bolts. Challengers tonight, Dr. Die and Deadly Dimes. They're the 2 challengers. I didn't announce it at the beginning. All right, she's going to drive to the temple stairs. Going to go Boss to their chest. Dimes playing boss in 1. Cap in 3. They got a couple bosses out. Pet Repel. Absorption. Cadet to Temple Flame is good. And we're going to get a second hinder for Justice. We got him at a -2 right now. Rover, drive to Temple. Going to go Lost Dream to their wall. All right, Lost Dream Legendary. 25% of that entire wall. If it stays, that would be 25% of 300. Sometimes Phoenix, Orbitals, a few other things. But if it stays that way, looking at 75 points additional for SLY. All right, after Dimes, we got Cat starting right now. 20 seconds. Cat from the DZ. We got Cat, Crimson, and Ron. Pretty easy. Cat beats the timer, no problem. A lot of bonus points tonight. Everybody getting them. Cat going to start out. She's going to play Rod from the DZ. Flame Grenade to the Straw Man. I'm going to try to light it up early, Craven Light. Rod, Seal, and Flame Grenade. How do you feel about it? Feels like he doesn't want it to get through. That's how he feels about it. After Cat, we'll have Crimson, and then we'll have Father Ron. Gold, blue from Bones. All right, let's get that first blue in play. Gold from the gold blue is going to break her absorption. She does have an unresolved seal, but they do stop the attack. All right, let's kick it over to Crimson Tide. 20 seconds, Priestess. Got Crimson Tide, and then we got Father Ron. Easily beats the timer. Everybody on fire tonight. I'm loving the fast gameplay. And she's going to bring out Mythic Kang to Main Street. Could be worth 63. Drop a seal and go Inferno to Straw Man. Ron on top of it. Really quick there. Appreciate that, Ron and Craven. You guys are on point tonight. They are reacting to the move, not when I read it, which is excellent. Gold blue from Cat. Get that second blue of the game. That gold blue is going to get rid of Crimson's absorption. Still has her seal, though. All right, final move of the first round. Ron, you're on the clock now. Pretty easy. Ron beats the timer as well. Everybody beat the timer in round 1. Ron's going to play Red Cinder. Get some points. All right, so it's going to be 22 points for VOX. For Red Cinder. Going to jump into Rover, move into the Temple. Rover Ron. Ron's going to get that. Second tire. Let's give 25 points to Ron. Going to hinder Bones, give her a -1. And going to take a shot at the Straw Man. And Dimes Mythic Dark Psycho. All right, so Ron, you cannot use any legacy item on your next turn, just for your next turn. And that mythic is going to be a D35 that's coming back at you. So that is going to get rid of your gear absorption, and it's going to take you down to 85. Ron's going to absorb it. Going to take Ron down to nothing. Well, he's 100. All right, so 35, 20 is going to hit his absorption, or his absorption shield. The other 15 would carry over, and he has absorption 15. It's going to get rid of that 15. It's going to keep him at 100. So the mythic basically gets rid of his stuff, but he cannot play a legacy for one turn. Send a rover, move to temple. Give him a seal that is not yet resolved. And the rest is history. All right, at the end of a round, dimes will rotate into the temple. I got one blessing for SLY, one blessing for VOX. Ron and dimes both in the rovers. They both got a round one temple play. They both occupied the temple. Halos, I've got one for Cat. I got one for Crimson. These two have seen each other battle in the DZ before. 25-25. Straw man is 0-0. We got a pretty fun game. All right, J-Law teleporting out of the dungeon. And you got 20 seconds, J-Law. Easily beats the timer. Everybody's still on point for the timer. She's going to go Mythic Kang to Justice Boss. Could be worth 63. Seal and Thrill, Blue Spark. H9 Rapture loaded to the wall with Ignite. Craven Light. Going for the Teardrop. Round number 2. Got an H9, 10, be equivalent to an S11 with Ignite. A little bit more than S11. About a quarter over with her Ignite. Mythic Dark Blue from Crimson. All right. Mythic Dark Blue is going to hit J-Law. It's going to break her seal. Hold up. Seal has not resolved yet. Sorry. It is going to hit her for all health reset when she came out. So she came back at 100. That Mythic is going to take her down to 65. But, nice thing about the Mythic Dark Blue. Reduces the next grenade attack 25% from Team VOX. So, I was going to show you guys that next grenade attack, wherever it goes, 25% nerf. J-Law going to play Absorption. Going to keep her at 80%. So she gets 15 back for Absorption. Dimes, you might be lagging because you were a little late on the wait. Craven already had it. Yeah, that would be called a challenge, Dimes, not a wait. And you are correct, she did. So we'll give VOX a warning for a double potion play. J-Law played an M7 and played a M9. Now, I'm going to back that up. Craven, do you want to use the Mythic Blue, or do you want to allow the Rapture to hit? So I'm going to give Craven a chance to either continue to stop it. Now, it will still have a blue spark. It will still have a thrill. But it will take it down from an S11 down to an E2. Your call. All right, he's going to let it hit. So we're going to back all of this up. So there is no nerf. We're going to give Crimson her Mythic Blue back, so that still can be played. SLY has 2. We're going to allow the grenade to hit, which can be the equivalent of a little bit over an S2 because of the ignite. They're going to give up the teardrop. And the S2 Rapture is going to get a little bit more than a black block. Black block, 10% of a green block. You got 90 green remaining. So 1.1 blocks, but they did get the teardrop. So good challenge, good reversal. Good play all the way around. All right, let's kick it over to Bomber Bones. Bones, you got 20 seconds starting now. And you are hindered. So -1 on Bones. Craven with a -1, Bones -1, Justice -2. Bones beats the timer. Going to go Shifting Winds to steal J-Law's Seal and Thrill. You guys are sneaky tonight, man. All right. Smoke had not resolved, so she can do it. And that is the purple. That's the air. Let's take the purple out of play. They've already used the slush. So we got the purple and the blue are both out of play. She's going to move over to the temple steps. Mythic Kang to her own boss. Could be worth 63. Going to haunt Ron, lower his damage. Flame Grenade to Strawman. Justice says, I'm not having it. Using Horus as a legendary. That means VOX still has 1 blue. SLY has 2. But the Strawman is not getting through. Shifting Winds is good. Move to Temple, good. Kang is good. Going to send Dust Smoke to Justice. Got Justice dusted and nerfed. All right, a lot of good stuff here. Speaking of Justice, 20 seconds, Justice, your move. Easily beats the timer. Again, you guys are crushing it tonight. Every single player staying hot. Mythic Kang to his own boss. Give me 1 second. Apparently, we did not bring enough Kangs to party. All right, going to go Mythic Kang to his own boss. There we go. Could be worth 63 if it caps. Pet Repel Absorption, Inferno to the Flame. Still has the dust, but a whole lot of other stuff with it. Gold Blue from Dimes. Dimes playing the Gold Blue, and that is going to get rid of his absorption. He still has a seal, has a Pet Repel, and is affected by Dust Smoke. Kang, Pet Repel Absorption, and an Inferno. All good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, next up is the one and only legendary Deadly Dimes, 20 seconds. Beats the timer like with J-Law like speed. Mythic Kang to Main Street. Good thing I made those extra Kangs because Dimes was bringing it. 63 if it caps. Going to haunt Justice for damage. Going to try to Inferno to Straw Man and dropping a seal. All right, Mythic Kang to Main Street. Seal, Inferno, and Haunt. Gold Blue from Ron. Final blue of the game for Team VOX. Using them up. Nobody liked no straw man tonight. And it is a gold blue. Dimes losing her absorption. No pressure. I mean, nobody has failed yet. So the first person that fails, everybody's going to be like, ha. It doesn't. Okay. There's a textbook of how not to waste your absorbability. I'll explain it to you later. I've done it before. Between you and Dow, believe me, I'm moving on. I'll explain it after the match. Dimes loses her absorption. Okay. All right, next up, we've got there. She's like, I know. All right, 20 seconds, Cat. We'll start out with Rod. You don't have to type it, I know. You got 6 seconds. Maybe we got somebody in one. Barely. All right. We'll start out. She was almost the first. Rod is going to go over and steal green block. So we take that off the board. Afterwards, Mythic Kang to Justice Boss. All right, got a third Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63 from Cat. Standard ammo, Red Gel to Strawman. Red Psycho from Bones. First Psycho of the game. Out of play. I love the defense with these two teams. And that is going to break Cat's seal. Oh, nope, she played Absorption. Snuck an Absorption in there. All right. She plays the Absorption. It happens instantly. The Red Psycho breaks the Absorption instantly. She keeps the seal and gets the Kang. All right. Everything else resolves. All right. This is SLY's last move in round number 2. Crimson Tide, 20 seconds, starting now. You know Crimson ain't going to be the first. She'll have that move ready to go. I think. 8 seconds. I think. I hope. Say it ain't so. Crimson, come on. We're pulling for you. Timer is up. Oh, she got it. She got it. Look at that. I'm going to go Torment to J-Law. And Inferno to Strawman. Ron says, nope. People are afraid of the Strawman again. We got a Strawman fight. Justice is intervening, stopping the Inferno. I mean, it's just a little Strawman. All right. Final move of round number 2. Father Ron, you got 20 seconds starting now. Could be the first time in history that we have the first 8 moves go 8 for 8 with this speed round. Look at that. He did it easily. All right, Ron is going to slide on over to the Rover Zone. Going to turn Amy into an engineer. All right, Engineer Amy. No longer, that sounds good as Bomber Bones, right? Bomber Bones, Engineer Amy. Mythic Kang to Justice Boss. Just like that, we are surrounded by Mythic Kangs. Drop a Pet Repel. Going to shoot a Straw Man and going to haunt Bones for damage. All right, I'm checking one thing too. 1 second. All right, it hits. So we got our first Straw Man lit up. And the smoke from the Straw Man is going to break Ron's seal. But we do get that first one lit. And that is the end of the round. Go ahead and give me your subs. Justice was at the temple stairs before Amy. So Justice will rotate into the temple. So I got 1 blessing for Justice. I got 1 for Dimes. DZ is going to be 25-25. Got a Halo for Cat. Got a Halo for Crimson. Crimson and Cat will both lose their seals. Straw Man, we got 5 for VOX, 0 for SLY. All right, we got Elevation Wand. An Elevation Wand is an air wand, but it can be used as duplicate, as we know. Cat is losing her seal. Crimson keeps hers. All right, so we got J-Law coming out, so that Torment, no effect. Trigger coming in the Bomber. Trigger is going to start out at 80% health. Tiny coming in for Bones. Tiny's going to come in at 80% health as well. Both Trigger and Tiny. All right, everything else looks pretty straightforward here. Let's get down to it. So every player so far has beat the timer. And I want to let people know the order before we go. So it will be Craven, Trigger, Tiny, Justice, Dimes, Cat, Crimson, and Ron. And Craven Light moved up, so he stays in that area. Craven Light, you got 20 seconds to get your move in, starting right now. All right. Easily beats the timer. And I'm assuming we're killing the squid because you guys didn't announce it. Is that a good assumption? All right. And Dimes, go ahead and give me Tiny's buffs too. All right, so they're going to go Elton, which is the cyborg. So, Trigger. This turn, you cannot enrage, and you are silenced, which means you will not be playing any pets or any legendaries or using your ability this turn. All right, activate guard, ward to Tiny. Red stasis to Justice. Pet Repel and Cadet. So you're going to put out the Straw Man. All right, Elton to Trigger. Guard. Red Stasis, Pet Repel, and Cadet. So it's a little bit of lockdown. Pretty evil there, Craven. Pretty evil. All right, we are on a roll. Let's kick it over to Trigger. That might have changed your room, so or your move. Trigger, you got 20 seconds. That was pretty quick. She didn't need much time. Heal and Seal, Straw Man, and Absorption. She's got double Absorption. Heal and Seal is going to bring her back to 90. We'll see if Craven going to let the Straw Man hit. Craven, hits or no? Straw Man shot. Did we lose Craven? All right, you might be lagging, little Craven. All right, let's light the Straw Man back up. Now, here's what happens. Trigger had a gear absorption, and she played Absorption Potion. So she loses her gear absorption. She still has the second one. Heal and Seal is good. Second absorption's good. Straw Man is lit up. All right, let's kick it over to Tiny. 20-second timer. Don't worry about capping. I'll cap for you. Starting now. See if Tiny gets his move in 20 seconds. Timer is up. Barely beats the timer, but barely counts. You had 1 second to spare. All right, give Tiny Heal and Seal. We're going to get rid of Ward because we will cap Main Street. I'll explain. M7 Rapture, Ron. That's up to you. I'll let you deal with that. I'm going to take Tiny back to 90% while you figure out what to do, and I'm going to go ahead and give them their points. SLY is getting all 3 of those Mythic Kangs. Capping Main Street for the first boss of the game. 1 flag to 0. So the game's pretty even. 1 team with a Mind, Body, and Soul. 1 team with a flag. VOX holding on to a slight lead. M7 Rapture loaded with Rampage. All right. We're first going to give him a Teardrop. 7-8. Because of the Rampage. Like Bruno Mars says, you can count on me. Like 1, 2, and 3. Tiny taking down 3 blocks and a Teardrop to boot. All right, let's kick it over to the man with stasis, Justice. 20-second timer starting right now. All right, beats the timer easily. Well played. All right, let me go ahead and cap his. Now, VOX doing a little something here. VOX said, SLY, we see your 3 Kangs, and we'll raise you 1. That's 4 Mythic Kangs for Team VOX. That's what they do. And flags are 1 to 1. All right, after everything caps, Ace is Roxy to the Straw Man. We'll give him a second Straw Man. Spreading the flame. Going to go heal and seal. Up. Yep, he can't play it. Good call. Because he has stasis. He called it. So no pet. Heal and seal. Inferno. And Mythic Dark Blue. Final blue of the game. And the Mythic Dark Blue, going to do a couple things. It's going to nerf that next grenade attack, 25%. It's also going to break Justice Seal he already had. But then he played another Heal and Seal, which is going to give it to him right back. So good play all the way around. He was expecting it to be stopped, so he had a backup plan. All right, we are going to go from Justice over to Deadly Dimes. 20 seconds, Dimes. Got 5 seconds. Timer is up. She gets her move in. All right, so we got 2 flags to 1. VOX had capped. SLY had capped. And I got to back it up because Tiny played boss to Main Street. So there's 1 boss out. It is on Main Street. Tiny played in 3. Would cap in 5. Dimes go drive over to the DZ. Talon Craven down to the temple. Going to send some Bile to Justice. Going to break his seal. F4 Vlad's loaded to the wall with no mercy. All right, dealing extra. And we got no hinder on Dimes. So throwing a long range grenade. Dimes. Two blue blocks with the no mercy added. Let's kick it over to Cat. Cat, you got 20 seconds. Starting now. Easily beats the timer. Everybody staying hot. Cat going boss to Main Street. 3 and 5. Gonna go seal and thrill. Red gel to straw man. Standard ammo shot. Craven hits or wait? It hits. All right, they're going to let this one go. That is going to be the second straw man. And 10% damage coming back to Cat. Going to break her seal. Sorry, she didn't have a seal. 10% coming back. It's going to take her down to 90%. Boss is good. Seal and Thrill is good. Red gel. She's taking 10% down to 90. All right, let's stay fast, everybody. Crimson, you got 20 seconds. Final move for SLY in round 3. Got Crimson, then we got Ron. In 5, 3, 1. Got it easily. Look at that. Beat the timer at about 2 seconds to go. Dark Boss to their chest. She's playing Dark Boss. If it caps, it'll be worth an extra 25. Crimson playing in 3 would cap in 5. So now I have 3 bosses out on the board. Crimson, what do you mean by DZ? All right, she's going to DZ portal to the other side. All right, Dark Boss to their chest. DZ portal to the other side. Going to hinder Ron, give him -1. And Cadet Strawman to put out one of the flames. And there should be a vial smoke sitting in the temple. And it initially broke Justice Seal, but it's still there. All right, Ron, final move of round 3. You got 20 seconds. All right, he beats the timer easily. Everybody's still making the timer. And Ron is going to move to the bomber zone. Gonna fly Dimes and Craven Light. Ron using the cyborg. Moving both of them over to the no zone. Which means each of you have gotten your turn, so you cannot move on your next turn. Max seal and absorption. Blitz Justice stasis. And Inferno to Strawman. A light number 2. And that is going to break Ron's absorption. And it's also going to get rid of the nerf for the grenade, because that was the next grenade attack. All right, we've got a little bit to calculate here, so take a deep breath. Crimson Tide and Cat both getting halos number 3. DZ this time is 0-0. One had it, one neutralized. Dimes got moved out. Craven got moved out of the temple. Justice stays in the temple. Strawman, we got 2. We got 10 for Vox, 0 for SLY. We got a blessing for Vox, no blessings for SLY. So blessings are given, Halo's given, DZ is given, Occupy is where it's at. And we got one more round before the first half is over. Craven and Dimes, you cannot move. Speaking of Craven, you got 20 seconds. Starting now. Timer is up. Craven beats the timer. Barely. Nobody's missed yet. There have been some close. Talon Tiny to the temple. Say that 3 times fast. Talon Tiny to the temple. Talon Tiny to the temple. There you go. It's not as easy as you think it is. Seal and Thrill. E3 Elmo loaded to the wall. Ron says it hits. Craven says I'll take the points. 10 points for Elmo. E3 taken down. That dastardly, I always wanted to use the word dastardly. Dastardly. I can't even say it right. That's why I never use it. We're going to go with a dastardly blue block is off the board. We're going to take away that teardrop. And we're going to give you a little bit of the red because you had the E3. By a little bit, I mean 10%. You got 90 red remaining. All right, good stuff. Speaking of dastardly, Trigger, you got 20 seconds starting right now. I got to give Craven a little bit more damage because he had the thrill as well. Actually, never mind. That worked out. He's got the thrill I didn't give him, but he's got a -1 hinder. See? Sometimes things work themselves out. All right, Luna Lamp to Justice. That means he can play 3 S8s. She can She's unsilenced now. Gonna steal Craven's boss. That's probably payback, Craven. For silencing her. Go Mythic Kang. Trigger playing Mythic Kang on Cat's boss. Blue Spark. Send a Max Seal over to Justice. H9 Wedding Crasher with Echo. All right, gonna Larvy's Lance. So Larvy's Lance. Gonna cut all that damage in half. Also, gonna deal D30, which is gonna break her absorption. And it's gonna break her seal. All right, breaks her absorption, breaks her seal, and then the H9 Wedding Crasher loaded to the wall with Echo is going to be cut in half by Larvy's Lance. Big grenade, big hit, big denial. Green block, blue block. What could have been? What could have been? Half of that made a huge attack, just a normal attack. Luna Lamp's good. Craven's Ball stolen. Mythic Kang is good. Let's go from Trigger over to Tiny. Tiny, you got 20 seconds from the temple. All right, get Tiny's move in. He beats the timer. I'll get back to you in a second, Ron. Mythic Kang to boss. Which boss? Gonna torment Ron. All right, Main Street boss. All right, they're going to play Prevention. All right, Mythic Kang is good. Torment to Ron. Blue Spark, S8 Lithium with Rampage. And Ron's going to play Prevention. All right, I'm going to back up to Trigger's move. Trigger actually has a lost bomber vest that she got in the last box event. Her first grenade toss is double damage. So what we're going to need to do is she's going to need to announce that the same way that Amy announces that she gets the E3, the same way that Julia announces that she gets the absorption. Now I'm going to back up. And again, it's not going to be huge because it was Larvae's Lance. But Craven triggers first attack. She gets double grenade damage. So before I calculate the additional damage, do you want to change the Larvae's Lance to something different? Or do you want to let it play out? Keep it as it is. It's going to give them an additional block because the double, but it was nerfed anyway. So that is the Lost Bomber Vest, and the first throw is D100, but it doubles the damage. So Ron, we're going to take another blue block off your wall. Okay? All right, then we got the prevention on the lithium, but the Mythic Kang gets out. And that's for Tiny. Okay, after Tiny, we got Justice. Justice. Got dust on you? You're in the temple starting right now. Got about 6 seconds. All right, timer is up. Did not beat the timer. Timer is off the board. We'll see what his move is. All right, going to go Aces Roxy to the Straw Man. That's going to light up Straw Man number 3. Going to go with a Heal and Seal. I feel like you played Heal and Seal last turn. So I'm going to have to hit Vox with a double smoke, -5. And the Vile Smoke is going to break his last seal, the max seal he had. Vile is still there. -5 for Vox for a double smoke play. And they're going to go to light a Straw Man with red gel. Tiny's going to prevent the shot. All right, so we're stuck at 3 Straw Man. Again, Roxy's good. Heal and Seal, not allowed. Standard ammo red gel is prevented. And we're going to go from Justice over to Dimes. 20 seconds starting now. You can't move. Very close game. Good battle. Stay sharp, everybody. This is anybody's game. 7 seconds. Timer is up. Dimes did not make the timer either. Back to back. No timers. And the rest of the half, we will have Cat, Crimson, and Ron. All right, Dime's going to go Orcus to Justice, Seal and Thrill, and a Cadet. Orcus to Justice, going to break his pet repel. Going to put out a flame. Seal and Thrill already has a seal, but if it would have been broken, and then a Cadet's going to put out the second flame. So Dime's in essence taking down 2. All right, let's go to Cat. Cat, you got 20 seconds starting now. Got Cat, Crimson, and Ron. Cat beats the timer. About 5 seconds to spare. Blaze to Strawman. Send another max seal over to Justice. Going to light Strawman number 2 with the Blaze. And Strawman number 3 with the shot. Going to break her seal with the damage she takes. 2 more turns until halftime. Blaze is good. Seal is good. Shot is good. Crimson, you got 20 seconds starting right now. Got Crimson and Ron. Easily beats the timer. 13 seconds to go. Going to send her for points. Add 20. Pet Repel and a Cadet. Going to put out that straw man. All right, Ron, final move of the first half. 20 seconds starting right now. All right, he beats the timer easily. Ron's going to move to the other side to their DZ. Dune to Strawman, standard ammo to Strawman. All right, Ron is going to light Strawman number 4. And then he's going to try to light Strawman number 5. It hits. Strawman number 5 coming back at him. Break his seal. Ain't going to matter because he's going to lose all his smokes anyway at the end of the round. And that is halftime. All right, I'll calculate where everybody's at, all your zones. I need second half subs for round number 5. Tiny with a blessing. Justice with a blessing. VOX able to get 25 in the DZ, 25-0. Halos. Cat with number 4. Crimson number 4. Ron able to snatch one. Lingering Smokes. Crimson loses both of hers. Ron loses his. He ended up in the DZ at the end of the round. Strawman got 50 points for VOX. 0 for SLY. All right, we've got Temple, Occupy, Strawman, DZ. Now let's get the people where they belong. Tim coming in for Trigger. Good job, Trigger. Put Sir Tim up there in the bomber zone. Ron, you will go back to your zone. I'm going to remove your halo because it will not factor in. Dimes back to the rover zone. Craven back to the tank zone. All right, give me a second, Craven. I think you're right because the one down at the bottom was not lit, so I'll get to that in a second. Football in for Tiny. Crimson back to her DZ. Dr. Dye is an extra tank. Unresolved smokes go away. Dust smoke is gone. Vile smoke is gone. So we got Tim and Dye both in the tank zone. Cat in the DZ. Ron in the rover. Sorry. Justice Dr. Dye in the tank. Cat in the DZ. Tim in the bomber zone. Ron in the rover. Animals an extra rover. All right, for those of you keeping score, VOX has 25. You take a look at the map, their third straw man is not lit. So I lit their fourth and fifth. So the fourth should be the third, and the fifth should be the fourth. So they got 25 points that time, not 50. Ron, you agree? Give me some acknowledgement. All right, cool. All right, so we got the points settled. Not 50 points, but 25. Still good to get points, right? The order is going to be as such. I'll read the order. After I read the order, I'm going to let you guys know neither team has any blues left. Subs are coming in. Football will start out at 80% life. Tim will start out at 80% life. The order is going to be Craven, Tim, Football, Justice, Dimes, Cat, Crimson, Ron, Animal, and Dr. Dye. The bosses that'll cap, and on the turns they will cap. On Football's turn, Tiny's boss will cap. On Cat's turn, her boss will cap. And on Crimson's turn, her boss will cap. All right, it's been a good move, been a good match, fast moving. Because they stuck you in the bomber zone, Tim. Your team did that to you on purpose. They wanted to make you suffocate. All right, Craven Light. You got 20 seconds. Get your move on. No, you take 20 for starting in the bomber zone. Craven's going to jump into tank. Going to get a cannonball. Orcus to Tim. Dust to die. Craven grabbing a cannonball, worth 25. All points count. Getting SLY on the board. F5 lithium loaded hits. All right, Orcus going over to Sir Tim. Going to take him from 80 down to 70. Going to splash a flame. Puts out flame number 4. F5 lithium to the wall. $2.90. Craven with a -1 hinder. Going to make it F4 lithium. I love the lithium. Was not finishing off the wall with the F4 Craven. Oh, and he is, oh, never mind. He's in the tank. Let's give him an extra 5. Craven Light putting out a flame. That's how you do it. And a gold bar. Craven taking down 2.9 blocks and a little bit of overkill. 1, 2, 3, rebuild it. So we are in round 5. So that added, it made him an E10, and then you take the nerf away. Craven Light taking down the rest of that wall, crushing it, and getting a gold bar. 50 points for Craven as well. SLY right back in it. And Craven beat the timer. VOX was padding their lead a little bit, but we'll see. All right, let's kick it over to Sir Tim. 20 seconds starting now. All right, beats the timer easily. Impaler. All right. Sorry to see this one. And especially with the order. All right, first of all, the Impaler is an activation. So because he activated the Impaler, cannot play the Cape of Craven. Can play Roxy, Heal and Seal, and a red gel. But the first legendary is the one that's played, and that is the Impaler. Animal's going to intervene the red gel. All right, so I'm going to go with, I'll get to what the Impaler does in a second because it's going to break everybody's seal. It's going to damage everybody. Heal and Seal to himself. Take him back to 80. going to spread the flame and give him flame number 3. And the activation, going to hit Crimson for a little bit. And again, this is AP3. Going to break Craven's seal. Going to break Dimes' seal. And it's going to damage Crimson, Animal, Football, all for less than 1% of their overall base. All right, after Sir Tim, we kick it over to Football. Football, you got 20 seconds. I will cap. Don't worry about it. Just play your move. In 2, in 1, timer's up. Football did not make the timer. Does go to the temple. Falls to Main Street. Heal and seal. Cadet Strawman and Oxygen Wand. Smart play. And that'll give him his health back. It's going to be back to 100%. Hits. So Cadet going to put out number 3. So there's 2 flames lit up. All right. So first things first, let's go ahead and cap that flag. And also another 63 in Kang. So we got 3 flags to 1 right now. After the flag caps, Football plays balls to Main Street. In 5 would cap in 7. Temple, Boss, Heal and Seal, Cadet Strawman, and O2 Wand. All right, next on deck is going to be Justice. Justice, 20 seconds starting now. Easily beats the timer. Justice on fire tonight. Justice going to jump into tank. Cannonball for Justice. Keeping his streak alive. Going to go to the temple. Vines to Football, Grizz to Football, S8 Wedding Crasher. Hello, Football. Love your friend Justice. S8, we're in round 5. How about an S13 from Justice? He does have -2 hinder. It's going to make it an S11. And Football's going to redirect it. Ron, that's an S11 Wedding Crasher going from your wall over to their wall now. And they are correct. The Slush Wand does come into effect. So, Ron, you can think about this for a second. So, let me give you the new updated stats on that. So it is an S8, S13 minus 2, makes it an S11, but his captain damage is cut in half. So we're looking at about a little bit more than an S5 and a Rage 5. Ron's going to let it hit. It's like you guys nerfed me, so let's redirect it. All right, wall number 2. All right, hold up. Let me give you guys this a third time. My apologies. This does not reduce the player's rage. Okay, it reduces the boat effects of the target player by half. So I'm going to regroup and I'm going to calculate it again, and I'm going to give both of you guys a chance to respond to this. So the boat effect is 5. The rage is not a boat effect, it is his rage. Reduce captain boat effects only. All right, so let's try this again. S8 will add. The boat is 5. That means the 5 is going to be cut in half. He is hindered. So the hinder will come off of his juice. So that's S6 plus 2.5 is 8.5. And they're going to redirect it. So Ron, now it's a little different. So it is equivalent to an S8.5. And it's going at their wall. So I'll give you a third chance at it. All right. Ron's going to let it hit. It is over an S8. But going to let the first one hit. And there's no teardrop to it. All right. Second wall, a little tougher. Black block, green block. 5% of a green block. 95 green remaining. Barely touches it. All right, we got vines to football. And then we're going to Grizz football. So football was back to 100%. Now he's down to 85 and he's in the no zone. All right, for those watching, let me take away the confusion. Justice got in the tank, got the cannonball, got an extra 5 rage, drove to the temple. After he drove to the temple, realized the slush wand was on him. That cuts the captain effect in half. The captain effect is 5. He's also got a hinder. He plays an S8. Hinder is -2 from his S8, which makes it an Rage 6. Then he gets the 2.5 from the tank, which is an 8.5. He throws the Wedding Crasher. Football redirects it with the Judas, and Ron says let it hit. Then we got the vines and the Grizz, and then we're back on track. All right, so after Justice, all of that, we're going to go over to Deadly Dimes, and Dimes, you got 20 seconds. Dimes easily beats the timer. About 8 seconds to spare. She's going to move into the temple. Going to put Ward on Joe, also known as the Animal. Going to Vines Justice and Gas Blast Justice. It hits. All right. Vines is going to break his seal. Gas Blast going to knock him out of the tank over into the other no zone. VOX tank is out of play. I got Justice sitting at 85% now. Each player still with Vines. All right, one tank down. Dimes doing a little bit of damage there. Doing some dirty work. All right, after Dimes, let's kick it over to Cat. Cat, 20 seconds. Cat's boss is going to cap, so we'll get to that shortly. After her move. And Crimson's boss will cap this round. Cat's got about 5 seconds. Timer's up. Let's see if she beat it. She did beat the timer. I'm going to go Ward to Ron. Pet Repel. Shot at Strawman. I'm going to light up Strawman number 3. And she's going to drop down to 90% from that Strawman damage. All right, Ward is good. Pet Repel is good. Standard ammo, all good. She takes the damage. Let's give another Kang to VOX. That is their 5th. Let's also give them their 2nd flag cap. 3 flags to 2. And after Cat, we're going to have Crimson, Ron, Joe, and Dr. Die. Crimson, you got 20 seconds starting now. About 5 more seconds. Timer's up. Crimson did not beat the timer. We'll have Crimson, Ron, Animal, and Doc. A Talon animal to the temple. Got a double occupy going on. Good use of a Talon. Gonna heal and seal. And a Cadet Strawman Ron. It hits. So we're going to put out flame number 3. Prior to that, Crimson did cap. She did get the 25 bonus points for the Dark Boss. And we do have SLY now with 4 flags. Looks like a big lead if you look at flags only, but it is not. Game is very even when you calculate all the extras. Very even. Good move. Let's kick it over to Father Ron. Ron, you got 20 seconds, starting now. Ron going to head down to the tank zone. Bring his ward with him. Going to release ward. Going to send boss over to their chest. Ron playing boss in 5 with cap in 7. Send some torment over to Craven. Red gel to Strawman. Going to light Strawman number 3. And Ron's going to eat 10% for the Strawman. I got Ron at 90%. Tank zone. Boss. Torment. Standard ammo red gel. All good and done in time. Let's kick it over to the animal. Joe from the temple. You got 20 seconds starting now. Easily beats the timer. Gonna send boss over to the side chest. Animal. Boss in 5, cap in 7. All chests are occupied. Gonna go seal and thrill. And a Cadet Strawman. Strawman hits. We're going to put out flame number 3. We got 2 remaining. All right, final move of round number 5 is going to be Dr. Die. Dr. Die, you got 20 seconds starting now. See if she beats the timer. Timer's up. And she does, just under the radar. Going to go to Temple Steps. Ace is Roxy. Going to light Strawman number 3 again. Going to drop a seal. And going to bring a little bit of the heat now. SLY up about a half a wall. And Dr. Die says, let me give that M7 Vlad. We know wall number 1 is much weaker than wall number 2 from what we've seen so far. We'll see if we test it. Animal's going to evoke it. All right, single evoke. It's going to cut the rage in half. Going to make it a 3.5. And also going to connect, it's going to cut the grenade in half. Going to barely get a blue block. Now, any damage will get the teardrop, but it's not happening on this round because of the evoke. Crimson is going to play Chromica. Was a scoring attack. So Crimson going to grab an extra 10 points. And that is the final player in round number 5. So let's take a look. See what we got out of that. Temple was occupied by Animal and Dimes. Blessing is going to be a 4th blessing. Now we have 4-4. DZ, 25-25. Occupy, Ron getting 150 bonus points for the Occupy. Ron held the Temple, Rover, Bomber, DZ, and Tank. 150 points. Strawman, we got 3 Strawman lit up. Going to be 15 points to 0 for the 3rd Strawman. So we got the DZ points. Let's give the Halos. 5th Halo for Cat. 5th Halo for Crimson. Halos are even. They're assigned. Temple Occupation is assigned. Rover has been assigned. Looks like we're good. All right, we're going to go to round number 6. Final round of 5 players. Craven Light in the tank. Got 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. Obviously, he can't enrage, but he does get the rage effect. So, Ron, he's going to play Dark Nolan. We know it's going to be double damage at home. Seal and Thrill. We are in round 6. So, and we'll play the Bless ability to make Dark Nolan a little stronger. So that is going to be a 6 from the grenade. He does have a -1 hinder. Going to make it a 5 and give him the Thrill. It is going to be an S6 Goliath loaded. All right, S6 Goliath is going to hit. He is also going to bless our friend Nolan. And that is going to give Nolan an extra H2. Now, it's a dark Nolan, so that is going to make Nolan's health H7. A little tougher to kill. But let's get to this Goliath. S6 Goliath. %95 green. It's good damage. It's a stronger wall, still good damage. Takes out the 95% green. Takes down a blue block. Craven's, good thing he's throwing the best grenade in the game. You need it on this wall. Nolan with an H7, Seal and Thrill. He cannot. Torment is worn off now. Just for that turn. He's still in the tank. Did beat the timer. And now we're going to kick it over to Sir Tim. 20-second timer, Tim, starting now. About 5 seconds. Timer's up. Beat the timer. Going to use Buck to Animal. Thrill Smoke. Blue Spark. H9 Red's Revenge. With Ignite. Buck going to deal AP and Frenzy. Going to break Animal Seal. So Animal Seal is gone. H9 Red's Revenge. Blue Spark with a Thrill Smoke. A little bit more than 11. Going to cut it in half to a 5.5. It's going to hit harder than the last one. But he is going to cut the damage in half and the rage in half. Teardrop, almost free. Slightest bit of damage will take it. But just taking down a red block would have obviously been huge. Like we saw Craven, what Craven did to finish off his wall, well, that would have been similar, but not this time because of the evoke. Timely evoke. Still got 2 red blocks for VOX. SLY on their second wall. Still not bad, Tim. And before I get to this timer, I do want to congratulate Football Master, because I think it was like 12 years ago today that his hero, Aaron Rodgers, won his only Super Bowl and became the Super Bowl MVP. All right, Football Master, now you got 20 seconds. I gave you your moment. Easily beats the timer. Going to send Mythic Kang to his own boss. If Mythic Kang caps, it'll be worth 63. Send a max seal over to Dimes. Blue Spark, H9 Goliath with mass destruction. Cat's going to shut it down with the prevention. So we get the Kang, we get the seal. Beats the timer. That's all he gets. All right, let's kick it over to Justice, who's in the no zone with vines, but no longer has a tank. 20 seconds starting now. We have Justice, Dimes, Cat, Crimson, Ron, Joe, and Dr. Die. About 5 seconds. Timer's up. Let's see if he beat the timer. Did not beat the timer. Barely missed it. Does get a red Nolan out. Going to take 10 from the vines. Going to take him down to 75. Going to get a seal and thrill. S8. Thrill's going to give him a 9. Got -2 hinder. Gives him a 7. Enraged 7 within power. That is the only gear ability he can use. And he's going to use an Elmo. Okay? All right. S8, Elmo grenade. With Empower and the thrill. And it didn't matter which grenade was going to be used. Football was going to intervene it because of the juice on it. So Football able to get the stop. Good stuff. Good stuff, both teams. Keep it going. All right, let's go over to Deadly Dimes. You got 20 seconds starting now. Got Dimes and we got Cat. Big game for both teams. VOX on the road, playing strong. SLY trying to protect home field. Timer is up. Let's see if Dimes beat the timer. Did not beat the timer. Dimes playing red Nolan. Heal and thrill. Going to bless Craven's Dark Nolan. It's up to an H9. All right, red Nolan. Heal and thrill. Put an extra bless on Craven's Dark Nolan. A little tougher to kill. M7. Make it M8. Dimes with no hinder. M8, S8. You get the idea. S8 Vlads. Let's add a couple more blue blocks to the fire. Taking down 2 more blue from SLY. All right, next in line, we've got Cat. Cat, you got 20 seconds, starting now. Timer's up. Hit the timer. She's good. She did beat the timer. Ion dimes from the temple. Dimes going over to the no zone. Not the worst place she can be with her Nolan. Talon Justice over to the temple. Not the worst place he can be with his Nolan. Going to put Torment on Animal. M7 Trixie. Craven's Nolan and Dimes Nolan. So Ion dimes from the temple, Talon Justice. Drop some Torment on the Animal. And a big potion usage for Nolan and Nolan. See how Craven Light feels about it. It hits. There you saw the beauty of Bless. Free gear ability. Forced a player to use a full attack to take out a pet. It's going to be huge as the games go on. Both Nolans do die though, but it did take a full attack. All right, we're going to go from Cat over to Crimson. 20-second timer starting now. Easily beats the timer. Crimson back on track. Moxie to put out that flame. Take him down to flame number 2. Cadet to Strawman. Puts out number 1. And there are no Nolans to Bless. So Crimson, I'm going to let you pick a player or a boss to use the Bless ability on. Both Nolans were taken out. All right, Main Street Boss. That boss is at 102% health. And it does go over the cap. It's 102 until it takes damage. All right, let's kick it over to Ron. Ron, you got 20 seconds starting now. Ron, Animal, and Dr. Die. Then we'll get our final 4 back in. Ron easily beats the timer. Gold Orbital. Put on the wall. Be worth 19 if it caps. Seal and Thrill. Ron is free to roam about the country now. And he does. He's going to move in grenade range. That dust is for Dr. Dye, by the way. All right, Gold Orbital. Seal and Thrill, M7 Lithium with Disperse. It is a specialty grenade. It is going to do what it's going to do. It is going to take out a wall. Ron, congratulations. Orbital points. Let's give him those. Let's give Ron a gold bar. 50-point gold bar for Ron. Let's give VOX their first wall. Still trailing a little bit with the walls, but not as bad as it looked before. Lithium going to spread to flame number 2. And we'll rebuild it. Good use of the lithium as well, Ron. We are going to give SLY not only 75 points from the wall, they're also going to get an extra bonus 5 for the orbital. So that's going to be plus 80 points for SLY because of the legendary. Good move early on, might have been forgotten about. 75 for the wall, 5 for the orbital. Every point counts. All right, Animal, you cannot enrage. You got 20 seconds to go. You do have Torment on you. All right, he beats the timer easily. Good job to the Animal. Going to Fear Justice. Going to move him out of the temple. Blue Spark. Goliath loaded to the wall with Ignite. It's a Goliath, but the juice on it is only the Blue Spark and a little bit of carryover with Ignite. So we're looking at 1 1/4 Ignite. Use the best grenade in the game, but even the best grenade in the game, 75% of a red block. 25 red remaining. Still got 3 1/4. But the lack of juice on it certainly hurt on that particular one. Fear is good. All right, Animal, no longer under the effect of Torment. That was a good Torment. You got your money's worth for it. And Dr. Dye, final move. You got 20 seconds starting now. And after this move, we'll get our final 4, everybody. Well played match up to this point. About 10 seconds left for Dye. Timer is up. Let's see if she beat it. Did not beat the timer, but that's okay. We're at the point in the game where we got to get those moves right. Dr. Die is going to move into the temple. Mythic Kang to Ron's boss. All right. Because of the order of progression, you did not choose an attack. All right, let me get the Mythic Kang. Mythic Kang to Ron's boss. That could be worth 63. All right. When you use the fear smoke, kind of works out the same way, okay? You move to the temple, but you play the fear. When you unholy the fear, it's as if it never happened, which means justice would go back into the temple, which means kind of lucky for you, you can't occupy the temple because he wouldn't be able to go back to the temple. But because it's a fear and because the unholy undoes it, you don't get to go to the temple. So it's kind of a roundabout way to get you back to where you were going, but it has to undo the action first. And if it undoes the action, it's almost as if he never left. Now, you didn't have to. An easier way to play it would have been go over to Justice and drop Unholy Smoke. So it really didn't matter where you did it from as long as you were in range. So that's why I'm kind of explaining it to you. But if you went to the temple and then threw the Unholy, it doesn't matter. You didn't use an attack. If you would have used an attack, you would not have been able to get the attack in because the fear actually counted as your attack phase. So what would have been better for you is just to go over to Justice, drop the Unholy on him, and then get an attack in, but you basically used up your attack just to get him back to where he started from. Either way, but you lost an attack out of it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, but anyway, it undoes the move, puts him back to where he started from, which means she can't occupy it. All right, that is the end of the round. She gets the Kang out and gets Justice back into the temple. Justice in the temple, Animal in the temple. DZ points. 25-25. Captains, go ahead and give me your final four. Cat, 6 halos. Crimson, 6 halos. Getting good. Strawman, 10 points for VOX, 0 for SLY. All right, Dr. Die for J-Law. All right. So Die is in the game. So that's going to change the order. Sir Tim heading out. Good job, Tim. Craven, Bones, Dimes, and Crimson. Football heading out. Animal heading out. Dime stays where she is. Bones comes in. Crimson stays. That stays. All hinder is off. All right, so this is important because Doc is replacing J-Law. J-Law goes first, which means Justice will now be the first one to go. So the new order is this way, so pay attention. It'll be Craven, Justice, Bones, Cat, Dimes, Ron, Crimson, and Dr. Die. And we got a couple bosses that are going to cap this turn. Football and Animal. And Ron. All right, good luck. Both teams. Craven Light, you kick it off first. You got 20 seconds from your tank. Timer is up. Did not beat the timer. And after Craven, Justice, just a heads up, you'll be next. Craven going to move to the temple. Blitz Justice Nolan. Then Super Thrill, S8 Vlad's loaded to the wall with Ignite. From the tank. 8, 10, 18, almost 19. Vlad's loaded. That would tie for the most juice we've ever had. Dr. Die is going to split it. Half of it going to her seal. The other half still going through. So, I mean, you're still looking at almost an S10. Spruce, nonetheless. It's a good hit. 25 red. Craven is the strongest wall, but you still, after nerfed in half, took down 1 1/4. You know what would have happened had the medic page not been used. All right, we're going to kick it over to Justice. Justice, you got 20 seconds starting now. And Justice does not have a Nolan. Nolan was taken off the board because the blitz. All right, he's going to send her for points. Beats the timer easily. Sender going to give him 20 bonus points. S8 Wedding Crasher. Blue Spark Thrill Smoke. Within Power. 8, 9. S10 Craven. Within Power. And his Empower is a carryover from his last turn. Remember, Empower is a 2-turn ability. Crimson using a prevention. Stop the grenade attack. All right, after Justice's attack, he did get the sender. The attack is stopped. Let's go to Bones. Bones, 20 seconds, your final move. Easily beats the timer. She will cap. I'll get to that in a second. Going to move to the Temple Stairs. Puts her 4th in line. H9. Thrill Smoke. Blue Spark. Dark Misha with Echo. Stronger Wall. A lot of damage. The only thing I can say, y'all lucky there was only 2 blocks remaining. Bones with the gold bar. Second wall of the night for Team SLY. Going to go ahead and rebuild it. Going to get a Mythic Kang for it. Also going to get a 5th flag. Five flags to 2. All right, we go from Bones over to Cat. Cat, give you 20 seconds for your final move. We have Cat, Dimes, Ron, Crimson, and Dr. Die. Easily beats the timer. Cat moving over to get the attack in. Mythic Orbital. Could be worth 22. You can go double mythic, triple mythic, quadruple mythic. See how Orbital works. We've seen this wall. We know it's stronger. S8, Super Thrill, Wedding Crasher with Echo. S12, bigger hit than the first time around. First time this wall got hit was a Judas redirect. Black, green, green. 10% of a blue. 90 blue remaining. Strong wall, strong attack. Super Thrill doesn't hurt either. All right, so on one side we got a full wall. On the other side we got VOX, a little bit over half a wall. VOX playing a little catch up on the wall game. Down to the final 4 turns. Dimes, you're up. 20 seconds. Starting right now. Dimes, Ron, Crimson, and Doc. Dimes easily on the timer. Gold Rage, Thrill, Warrior Rage, S8 Goliath. Going to add 1% to her attack and also to Crimson's attack with Mass Destruction. It hits. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with a 1% kicker. S13 Goliath. Black, green, green. And you are correct, Ron. No mass destruction. I'm going to pull the green back. Still a lot of damage, Dimes. But 25% of the green block survives. Got a quarter green remaining. All right, after Dimes, we go to Ron. Ron, your final move of the night. 20 seconds starting now. We got Ron, Crimson, and Doc. Okay, Ron getting that attack in. Maverick to Crimson. Blue Spark, Thrill. I don't know if he's doing something or he just wants to hit her. And he's using his grenade launcher. Good man. All right, grenade launcher. H8, Wedding Crasher. Eight, 9, 10, Grenade 11 with extra damage on it. He says, fire from the devil. All right. Maverick is going to break her seal, and it's going to damage her for a little bit. 95%. Back-to-back big hits from VOX. Ron with the grenade launcher, wedding crasher. Blue block, blue block, blue block. 50% of a red block. Bringing out the big guns there, Ron. Got 3.5 red remaining, team VOX. All right, final move. Crimson Tide, 20 seconds remaining. And after Crimson, we will have Dr. Die. And we'll see how close this game is. We've got a couple more bosses at Cap. We'll give you guys in a second. See if she beats the timer. Timer is up. Barely beat the timer. Just under the radar. Silver Spark Bane to their wall. And put out a flame. How will you be putting out that flame? With a cadet. All right. Cadet's going to put out that one. It's going to leave them 1. And Silver Spark Bane. It is going to rebuild that wall to full capacity, Ron. So it is now 4 full red blocks. All right. Silver Spark Bane rebuilds the block. Puts out a flame with Cadet. And we've got 1 more move and 20 more seconds. Dr. Die, bring us home. Timer starts now. Ron's boss will cap. Joe's boss will cap. Timer's up. She beat the timer. Red Blaze to Strawman. She beat it easily, actually. I was reading it. Unholy the Dust. S8 Goliath. With a blue spark. And you know, the Bane made a difference. Throwing the biggest grenade. Red block. Red block. Red block. If not for the Bane, she might have gotten a gold bar. And that, everybody, is where the final attack is going to take place. Very good game by both teams. All right, let's start. A couple little add-ons we got to get. All right, I got to get this Mythic Kang over to VOX. And I got to get flag number 3. So you can see a pretty big advantage to SLY in the flag game. They had 6. I couldn't even get all their flags up there. 6 flags to 3. But that's not all the scoring. Crimson Tide able to get 7 halos. Crimson Tide getting 100 DZ points. Cat getting 50. Blessings look like we got one for Justice. We got one for Craven. Justice also occupying the temple. Craven occupying the temple. I got Justice holding the temple for 5 rounds. Rounds 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7 would get him a gold orb. Extra 100 points. Blessing should be 6 to 6, Ron. Yep, 6 to 6. Strawman. 10 points for VOX, 0 points for SLY. So we have DZ points, Crimson with 25. For SLY, VOX with 0. DZ's been given. Strawman has been given. Occupy, gold orbs. Now we have to do is add a few of the totals. 6 blessings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's count them down. On Team SLY side. Not going to give them a third wall, but we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gives them a couple red blocks. On the other side, we're going to cap that mythic orbital. And we'll take down that red block. We'll fully rebuild it, which will give VOX 2 complete walls. And then 5 down. So you can see about 125 point advantage for Team SLY. But both with the same amount of walls. All right. You guys congratulate each other for a game well played. I'm going to do the math, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to let you know who took the victory home tonight. Very good game. All right, everybody, we are back, and I won't keep the suspense up too long with this one. You guys probably figured this one out. SLY had a pretty dominating flag game tonight, and sometimes if you don't put pressure on at least a flag to make them work a little bit, it can add up in a hurry. And here's kind of the math for you guys. VOX had 3 flags, a little tougher path of it, 600 points. SLY, 6 flags, 1,350 points. That's a 750 point advantage right out of the gates. Where are you going to make up that 750? Well, you might think, got to make it up on the walls. Well, VOX 675 for the walls. SLY had 800, but they got another 80 bonus. So SLY with 880 to 675. So there's another 200 point advantage. So you already got VOX looking at almost a 1,000 point deficit. Here's where we started chipping away a little bit. 200 points in the mind, body, and soul. J-Law got, so that helps a little bit. But then when you look at Kang's, it was 315 to 315. Even money there. Go to the DZ, 125 to 125. DZ PCP. Crimson with 100, Cat with 50. Adds even more to the lead there. And then you got the extras. You got 100 points in gold bars with SLY to 50 points for VOX. Each team with a cannonball and a tire. And then we get a little bit of the extras. This is where VOX made up some of the difference. Red Orbital 22, 150 points for Occupy for Justice. For Ron. 100 points for Gold Orb for Justice. 20 points for Cinder. Mythic Orbital 22. 19 plus a 5-point deduction. Final score. SLY 2,995. VOX 2,468. About a 500 point win. But, you know, when you look at the flag game, VOX did a good job of keeping it close, even though SLY dominated the flag game. Moral of the story: can't take your eyes off the flag. If you are, you definitely got to burn down some straw men. So good job, though. I had a good time with this game tonight. SLY getting a little of their rhythm back. VOX had a tremendous hot streak. But like Ron said, hey, we missed our Deacon tonight. Yeah, there's always a couple things you'll come back and look at. But not a whole lot of flaws in SLY's game tonight, other than Craven getting owned in the portal by J-Law. But other than that, SLY, pretty solid game all the way around. So great job, everybody. I will see all of you guys Wednesday night. We're going to do it again. You guys know what's going on Wednesday night. We got 2 arch rivals. Man, do they play some good ones. We've had some classics. We've got Mirror traveling to Team Arc, Speed Racer. And speaking of SLY, they are now tied with Mirror. So that Mirror game is even bigger than ever. If Mirror wins, they stay in first by half a game. If Arc wins, SLY goes to first place. So lot on the line in that game Wednesday night, and Arc trying to get hot as well. So looking forward to that one. You guys have a great night. I enjoyed it. Congratulations, Team SLY. Good to see you guys come back strong. And VOX, you guys have been playing a lot of games on the road. Not at full capacity, obviously, but you guys will be back. You're getting hot at just the right time. Have a good night, everybody. If you have any questions, shoot them to me tomorrow. I'll be hanging out answering questions for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you all Wednesday night. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.